So today we're going to be talking about how to earn money as a digital nomad. And if you don't know what a digital nomad is, this is a person that is able to travel abroad freely with location independent income. Now, this is literally what everybody dreams of and wish that they were able to do on a daily basis. Whenever you hear somebody talking about working from a beach on their laptop, and if this isn't your dream, man, I don't know, you just weird if that's not your dream. I'm just messing with you. But this is a new term that I really just heard about this year in 2023, and it's been growing very popular lately. Now, how popular, you might ask? So popular that over 50 different countries have created a visa option or program just for digital nomads. Now, the reason why they do this is because having tourists to come and live there and spend money proved to be more profitable than relying on visitors to come and vacation for a few weeks out of the year, a few months here and there. A lot of countries that were regular tourist spots ended up seeing a big decline when COVID happened and nobody could really go anywhere. So these options for digital nomad visas have opened up a way for them to have people come to their country and spend money on a more consistent basis. You're in business, these countries are in business too, so it makes good business sense for them. Now, just so you can get an idea on what they're doing as far as these visas in these different countries, in Spain, for instance, the cost to get a visa there, a digital nomad visa, is $265, and the income requirements to be able to obtain this visa is only $2,215 per month. So if you can show that you make that much money, you can get a visa, you can go there and live there for up to a year, I believe. Yes, you get 1 year as far as the length, and you can reapply for 4 years if you really like it there and you want to stay a little bit longer. And of course, this isn't doing anything to your American residency. This is just you being able to stay there for a certain amount of time. And in Portugal, they have something similar. It's around $190 for your initial visa application. You only need to make $2,950 a month, and you can stay there for 1 year or up to 4 years if you extend it. So you can see, for most people, these requirements really aren't that much. So literally, all you need to live this type of lifestyle where you can wake up and go lay out on the beach and pull out your laptop if you feel like working is a visa, the ability to get a visa, location independent income, and luggage. That's literally all you need. Now, the biggest problem is usually going to be that independent income factor, but that's what I'm going to help you with today. So if you are a digital nomad and you're trying to find better ways to earn income, maybe you don't want to work your job anymore and you want to actually start a business. Maybe you haven't even gotten started and I'm just telling you about this for the first time, your first time hearing it, and you want to actually start living that digital nomad lifestyle. I'm going to let you know what your options are for income, so you'll know exactly what you need to do and what options you have, and you can start taking advantage of that as soon as you're ready. Now, first off, you need to know what are your two main options as far as earning income while you are traveling abroad. The first option is the most obvious option, and it's going to be a remote job. Most people already start off with a job, and you can progress from the job to the second option that you see here, which is a remote business. But with, like I said, the job, that's something most people are going to have. But the problem is a lot of jobs aren't remote. A lot of jobs are location dependent. You have to go in and clock in. A lot of you guys, or some of you guys, might have the option where you can still work from home, but you can't work in different locations maybe. Or some of you guys, you have completely lost that ability to work from home that most of us were given during COVID, and now you're going back to the office on a regular basis or maybe on a semi-frequently basis. Either way, you could try to find a job that is completely location independent. There are a lot of them that are out there, and they will let you work from wherever you want to work at. And then, of course, there's some stipulations on the business, or on the job. So that's why they wouldn't let you do that. Some jobs you might be able to talk to your superiors and see if they would allow you to. And if they do, of course, that's going to be great. But for some of you guys, you're going to end up having to try to transition over to having your own business or doing something a little bit different than that, which I'll get into in just a second. And one remote job that I did hear about, which was very interesting, was actually high ticket closing. So So basically, some of these influencers, people that are out there on social media that you know of and probably follow, they might have a high ticket offer that they present, and they need closers to talk to people on the phone during a sales call and actually close those sales, and they actually pay you a high commission for doing so. So that is one remote job that is out there. I can't remember the person who I actually learned that from because I hadn't heard of that before, but if I can find him, I'll link his channel in the description as well so you can check that out. Now, my favorite option is going to be the remote business option. That's why I have it down there in money green, because that's where you can really make some real money. But we're going to dive into the two different parts that go into that. But the first thing that you really want to be thinking about, because a lot of us at times, most of us tend to think small, so I'm going to help you to think bigger than what you might possibly be thinking. Don't just think about how you can trade your time for dollars ultimately as your end goal. I want you to be thinking about how you can get passive income and active freedom, because that's actually what this whole channel is about. I do my best to get you the information that you need so that you can try to start generating passive income and you can start experiencing active freedom just like a digital nomad would. So you know you have money coming in and you're not tied down in shackles to your business like you are your 9-to-5. And if you do want to break away from that, I do have a Facebook group called 2 Week Notice. The whole theme of the group is to help you get that side business income growing to your full income so that you can actually leave your 9-to-5. So if that sounds like something that you're trying to do, make sure that you do go down to the description and join the Facebook group for free. I already have a bunch of free training in that group that you can take advantage of as soon as you get in the door. And I actually have a business challenge that I'm putting on tomorrow on Monday. If you're seeing this today, it is at 8 p.m. So make sure you jump on that if that's something that you're interested in. I'll show you more about it in a minute. Okay, so if you're gonna be a remote business owner, there's two different options that I'm putting under that umbrella. One is going to be 1099, the other is going to be a business owner. A 1099 means that basically you are getting jobs where you're going to complete work almost like as if you were like an Uber driver. You know, you work for yourself, but you're still kind of getting paid by a 1099 by Uber, whoever it is. So you wouldn't necessarily be doing Uber, but you're doing more so freelance work and gigs that you can receive money for. And of course, you're going to try to stick to something that's going to pay you the most money for your time. But with that, you would be trading your time for dollars. So that's not ultimately where we want to be, but it is something that you can try to get started in to actually get started transitioning from your job if your job isn't what you want it to be and you want to kind of get to the business owner part anyway, or if you just want to break away from your job, you can earn more 1099 wise usually. And I say usually because some of you guys, maybe you have a really high paying job, but usually you can make more money doing it this way and you get more tax benefits as well. And I'm no tax expert. Always consult a CPA or whoever does taxes for you to get tax information. Now, the other option, the business owner, this is where you are more so not trading your time for dollars. You might have systems in place that are making things happen for you. You might have people in place, whether it be VAs or actually people that you hire doing things for you. But ultimately, you are going to have systems in place that's going to be running your operation and having money come in for you. And it allows you more freedom while being able to make either the same amount as a 1099 depending on what you really want to do, but in most cases you can get to the point where you're making more money than you made doing a 1099. But we're going to talk about what those two options look like and what you could potentially do. Now, I know one thing that you might be thinking about is, okay, to do either of these two things I would have to know how to do something or have some experience in business, but that's really not true. I have an MBA in business, so I can tell you firsthand, you don't need a degree, you don't have to have experience. All you really need to know is a skill. So some skill that's involving something that you're interested in, or maybe at your current job, you have something that you do and specialize in at your current job that qualifies you to be experienced enough to actually be able to help another person or another business with that particular task just because of what you have experience in already from your current job. So as far as the 1099 work, here are some options that you can look into to try to get some freelance work in. And when you're trying to actually get jobs doing some of this work, you can go to places like Fiverr, you can go to places like Upwork, and you can list yourself on there with your services. And that's where a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, they go in, and sometimes bigger businesses, to try to find people that can do certain tasks that they need done for their business. And of course, you would be one of those people that they would be looking to have these services done, and you would set your prices, and then you would find work that way. Other than you self-advertising or something like that, that's an easier way to get yourself in front of people. So the first thing I have here is copywriting. Now, copywriting is basically a skill where there are business owners out there that have to have a website. It's beneficial to them to have a website that has content on it, or the words, the paragraphs, the sentences on there that are structured and presented in a way to help convert people into signing up for the service. Or maybe a person has products that they want to actually sound persuasive on the website, and they want you to write the wording that's going to help sell the product. Or maybe it could be emails that businesses send out, and they want somebody to construct an email that is going to be beneficial to getting sales to happen for their business. Now, this one is actually pretty lucrative, and again, like I said, you can go and learn the skill of copywriting or any of these skills. You can go to a place called Udemy, and they have a bunch of different courses on there. Of course, there's always going to be other entrepreneurs out there who specialize in this stuff, and they have courses on these different topics. You can go and get one of those courses. I definitely recommend it. It's always best to learn as much as you can about a skill and get information from people that are already doing it, because that's where you're going to really cut down on the learning curve and the time that it takes for you to figure this out on how to do whatever it is. But let's take a look at some of the earning potential from copywriting. Okay, so right here, we're on Fiverr, right? So I mentioned that to you. I changed the sorting to best selling so we could see those services that are actually selling, and we are looking at copywriting. As you can see here, this is a copywriter. So this was the number one person, a Fiverr's choice person, and you can see that their pricing starts at $135, and this is for website content. So let's go and take a look at specifically what this offer is that she has. So for $135, she will write up to 300 words on your website. So people are actually paying her, and you can tell because she's getting reviews, $135 just for her to write 300 words. A lot of jobs don't pay people that much in a day's time, So imagine this. This is just one person, and 300 pages is like one web page. Most people have an about page. They have a contact us page. They have the different product pages. They have a bunch of different pages on their website. And that doesn't go into landing pages, sales pages, all that different stuff. So imagine just one person wanting you to do that, and it's 300 words. Now, and that's $135 just for one person. Now, the standard plan is $225, and that's 500 words. That's not even that much more. And then the premium is $450 for 1,000 words. So I can say that might be almost a whole website, maybe half a website, and that's $450 just not to create the website, just to create the text that's going to be on the website. So you can see how this money can add up and what you can charge and what you can make. Now, the second highest ranked person right here, level 2 seller, starting at $65. So let's take a look at what he has to offer. So right here, he's gonna write one email with the subject line and charge this person $65 for that, up to 150 words. So really not a long email at all. And it says here 2 subject lines, but this is one email for $65. Now, $120 is 3 high converting emails, 3 bonus subject lines. And for the premium, $170 for 5 emails. Now, this is really easy. This is really simple. Once you learn how to properly word things, it's really just a matter of you talking to people and figure out, okay, what is it that you sell in particular? And then you can kind of plug and play what they sell into the context of whatever these emails might be. And a lot of these people, unless they say it in their actual description of the gig, if they say that they don't use AI, unless they say they don't use AI, I'm gonna assume a lot of these people are using ChatGPT and making this a whole lot easier for them, and they just getting it to generate some emails, and they're charging a pretty penny for it, and they can make a decent living for it. And of course they're gonna give the person something that will actually work as well. But that's another shortcut that we have now with AI. It makes being a business owner or even a freelance worker a whole lot easier. So let's run through some of these other options that are out there. UX, UI design. So with that's the user experience on a software. So I don't know if you've seen some of these older kind of 1980, 1990 looking softwares or CRMs that might be out there, and it's because it looks so old school because of the UI design. So that is dealing with the user experience. So it's basically going to make it look pretty and make it function really well so that the user can enjoy the experience they have with the software. So if you're a person that's into coding and all of that, that's something that you can do. You could be a voiceover artist. If you listen to audiobooks on Audible, there are various different other options out there as far as this goes. They might have an option where you could be a voiceover person if you have a really nice voice, and you can get paid to do this. On Audible, there are certain platforms for audiobooks in general where you can submit your sample to try to be the voice of a book and again get paid for it. There's also virtual tutoring. There are websites like outschool.com and allschool.com and different websites that are out there if you want to help a person learn a language like English or something like that, or whatever language you may speak. You can offer tutoring services or go to some of those tutoring or education platforms and put yourself on there as a teacher or educator. And if you're currently a teacher and you are bound by location by your school, then that would be a good option for you to start doing. And you can do this virtually online because there are people out there looking who can't get to a place to actually learn what they need to learn, and you can be that person to deliver it virtually. Now this is a big one, Facebook ads. There are a lot of business owners out there who try to advertise their business on Facebook and they end up struggling with creating ads that are successful. And if you are the person that learns how to do these Facebook ads, you can then offer your service to other business owners, and you can actually create the ads for them and get paid a pretty penny to create great ads. You can just create the text on the ads. If you learn how to do copy, you can create the actual ads themselves with the targeting and all of that. So that's all things that you can do to earn income under the 1099 freelancer category. Now let's talk about my favorite one, the favorite category, the business owner category. Now, one thing that you could do is you could do print on demand. With print on demand, that's basically where an item can be created and shipped to a person that purchased it from a website, and you really don't have to keep the inventory. You don't have to, press on the design on the t-shirt and all of that stuff and get the address and all of that right. You can go to a website like Teespring. You can design these things that you want to create as far as like coffee mugs, or it could be leggings, it could be sweaters, it could be t-shirts. And after you created the design on the website, they'll create a shop for you on the website. You send people to your shop to go buy your stuff. They buy it, it gets shipped to them. You don't really have to do any of that hard leg work, and you can make a profit off of it. Now, a digital marketing agency. So I talked to you about the Facebook ads. Let's say you learn how to do Facebook ads, you learn how to do all types of other ads, you learn how to create social media content, how to manage other people's social media platforms. Once you learn everything that goes into the different aspects of digital marketing, or you could, niche down to a specific area that you help people with, like maybe creating funnels for their business or creating landing pages. You can help them with that specific marketing need that they have, or you can have a whole suite of different offerings that you have and services that you offer to business owners or businesses. Now, software as a service, SaaS, that's basically, let's say you have an idea for a particular app or a particular software that can help a person with a task, help a business with a task, and this is something they can use on a consistent basis. Well, you can create a software if you're into coding, if you have, coders on deck where you can reach out to them and have them to create something for you. If not, you do it yourself, then this would be a great option for you, because you can actually put something together, and this is a very profitable thing to do, because something like that, is something that a person or a business might need for a long time. So it's going to be something that they'll stick with and possibly pay you on a monthly recurring basis for. Now I have down here coaching and consulting. So maybe you became an expert from your job at doing something. Let's say you are a property manager, and while you were doing your property manager work, you worked up the ranks. You went from a leasing agent to a manager in the office to a district manager, property manager, or something like that. Maybe you can take that experience and that education that you have, and you can start consulting people that want to start buying properties and turning it into a actual rental property where they rent out to other people, because you have that experience and knowledge, and they may not. This might be the first time doing it, or they might just want to reach out to somebody with a little more detailed expertise than them. Maybe they just want to invest money into the properties and handle that part of it, and they want somebody to run everything for them as far as the back end, and remotely and something like that. You can be that consultant for them, or maybe you can coach people in a different area that your expertise lies. Maybe you're a fitness coach, or you really good at fitness yourself, and you've come up with a method that works really good. You can then start selling that as coaching to another person, or maybe even coaching other businesses, which is what I do, because I have over 10 years of experience of being in business, and I've had different businesses over the years. So I definitely have learned a lot, and that's why I use coaching as one of my methods and streams of income. Now this last one, I saved the best for last. That is my favorite one. It is affiliate marketing. Now this is not multi-level marketing or anything like that. Affiliate marketing is basically where you are the middleman between a company or an influencer who has a product, they have a service, they want to get it into the hands of prospects, and there are people out there that are looking for the solution. Maybe they haven't found it yet, and maybe they just don't know that they even have a problem, and they need somebody to let them know that they have a problem. They need somebody to let them know what the solution to their problem is, and you will be the middleman that connects these two people together. And for this, you get paid a commission, which is usually a piece of whatever they have paid for the product. And in most cases, the product is actually discounted, so they're not paying any extra for that. They're usually getting a deal to get the product, or maybe they're just paying regular price, and you're just getting a piece of that money. And that's it. You just get a commission for being the middleman. You don't have to actually do, sales. You don't have to do customer service. You don't have to deliver the product. You don't have to manage or maintain the product or any aspects of the business in dealing with anything that happens with that product or service once you have connected to people. With this, you literally only have to have people that you can send the offer to, and you don't even have to have a big audience to do this or a big following built up to do this, and you don't have to do any of the work. This is literally the easiest way to have money coming in on a regular basis that you do not have to work for. All you have to do is the marketing side. That's why it's affiliate marketing. So you just figure out how to do marketing and how to even use free content that you put out there on social media platforms, and you can get people into these offers. Now, knowing everything that you have as an option available to you, I want you to go ahead and hit the thumbs up button if you are enjoying this video and getting value from it, and you saw a place in here where you can actually see yourself doing one of these things. Drop a comment down below as far as which one you see as you being able to do. Are you trying to switch from being a W-2 worker to being a business owner or a freelancer, or are you trying to switch from your current job just to remote work? Let me know what you're trying to do down in the comments. But again, if you are getting value from this, hit the thumbs up button for me, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to continue to get more information like this. Now again, with that affiliate marketing being so good, it needs more time to give it more justice and for you to see how beneficial it is and how easy it is to make money with this method compared to all the other options. So make sure you go to this next video so that you can actually see how you can get started in affiliate marketing today.